Like you saw in our last video, I painted our old kitchen stove. It's a wood burn stove. I think it's called in English bread stove. But there's still some small things to do. There are those hatches I need to paint. They are now silver and I want them to be black. And I also have these kind of covers, different kind of. These are for the chimney man. I don't know what they are called in English. We were in a Baltic road trip for a few days just a while ago and I bought 3 new ones. This one I have bought about a year ago, but there was still, I didn't remember, I bought less than I would have needed, a couple more. So I'm still using 2 of these old, and then there's also this kind of hatch in a bread stove where you can take the ashes off. So I need to clean these old ones a bit and then I'm gonna paint them all. I'm using a sandpaper and what I'm painting for is a heat resistant spray. I think this is easiest for these, but the actual hatches I'm using, the doors, I'm using brush paint. What's that? Paint that can be painted with a brush, but it's the same heat resistant paint in a different format. What is really cool thing that here in Finland almost all our bread ovens are made of brick and they actually storage the heat. So you warm them up, it takes a few hours or maybe even almost a day when you start it in the morning and you heat it up a few hours and then you take the ashes off and you completely take them out using this kind of hatch. You take them out in a bucket and then you can close the oven or the plates that locks the heat that they won't go out from the chimney. I don't know what's that called, but hope you can understand. And then it starts to give the heat that it storage in that oven. And it gives that great warm to the room. And actually in our cases for the 2 rooms that are in the same space for a day or 2. So it's not something you need to constantly feed with the wood that it gives the heat. You just warm him up, you close the warm there and then it gives that lovely heat and warmness like day or 2. It's really cool and that's why actually that oven is so big than it is. But let's get started. It's shaking. Samba! Samba! I only need to paint these front parts or front panels. This will go into the stove. Taking it easy in this job is very helpful. If you put too much this, it doesn't look good. It just makes it drops. This is fun. I enjoy painting, whatever it is. It doesn't matter what kind of paint or what you're painting. It's always fun. But you can also kind of be playful with this. Why don't you choose a pink? I don't know, maybe the blocker can be that they don't sell these paints in pink. I think the heat resistant paints are normally in Finland, at least they are like white and silver and black. But otherwise you could make a little sunshine of these kind of covers if you paint them in something colorful. But this time black. This is matte. It's always helpful to change the angles where you're painting, especially with the spray. So that's why I'm turning. Some small finishing touches in these edges and then I think it's ready. It's best to paint in a way that you get multiple layers. That helps the paint to stay in a place for years. Even it can cover with the less layers. Now let's keep 15 minutes break and then I will take a look and maybe the final touch, the final layer, but it looks really good. While the paint is drying, I could show you out what our vegetable garden looks at the moment, or raised bed garden area. We have got huge harvest. Zucchinis, I don't know, 20 kilos or something. There's like 2 or 3 massive ones every day. And we are finding different kind of ways to use it. I have made a bread. I have storage in a jars with the vinegar and all sorts of things. And also we are making many kind of foods like lasagna using zucchini and meat. And I don't know, but using so many every day, maybe we don't need so many zucchini plants next year. But almost the same issue is with the beans. We already got many buckets and our bucket is like 10 liters. And now there's so much, the yellow wax beans are ready. So let's go. I have made different kind of pestos using herbs and chives, and we have taken out our garlics. But yeah, mangold. Here is green beans, still, lots of it. Green leaf kale. This looks wonderful. Even the rose bean is making some beans. And that doesn't happen every year in Finland. It requires a lot of heat, a lot of warm. This summer definitely has been quite a warm one. But I love these flower tunnels. That looks funny. But yeah, this frame here is full of yellow beans. These are wax beans. And we haven't harvested any yet. So tomorrow will be today and I will cook them in boiled water like 4 minutes. Then I'm gonna cool them and then I'm gonna pour the water out and then I'm gonna freeze them into our freezer. And then we can eat them whole winter time. It's fabulous. Look at here. Look at here. I'm quite proud of these babies. There's so many. These are spaghetti pumpkins. So let's leave them in here for a while. They should be or should go into more like yellow color like this when they are ready. And they will store it really well after that. Yeah, the zucchini issue, I wouldn't call it problem because it's always a pleasure to get what you have grown yourself. But like I said, if you get one of those or 2 of those every day, it's gonna be a Interesting situation, but yeah, we can call this quite a success. This is root cellar, not root cellar, English. Part of my French, no, part of my English. I don't speak French, but yeah. This is ziguri, or you can use it as a salad. And this is our compost bin. It's been for the garden, our plant base stuff, and we will next year use this for growing food. We decided to leave one of these to be used like this, and it's been a really good decision. You fill it up bit by bit, and it's very useful at that you have had this kind of space when you're working in this area. And beans. This year is definitely about beans. This is the violet bean, climbing bean. And I don't know how tall these are, but over 10 centimeter. These are huge, and the color is really nice. And it's something really great when you're growing upwards. It doesn't require so much space. And I want to add these in those frames or trellises for the next year. We have actually that same bean in the opposite trellis there. So we will get a lot. Potatoes is something we have got a lot this year, and our corn is something we are really waiting for. It depends on how this soon to be started autumn. I think August is not an autumn month. So I hope the autumn will be quite warm and not so wet. That makes sure that we get some corn. We can take a look at those. Here is quite a lot, but they are still quite small. But actually these are getting brownish, and that's one sign of that they could be ready to harvest soon, but the other ones are not yet. So I think that maybe in a week or something we could try out to see, because I also don't want to leave them for too long period in here that some kind of insects or those kind of issues don't come up. Let's go to see the painting. Is it dry? And let's finish that, and with that I will finish this video. Sorry for keep you waiting 3 weeks. We had a summer vacation time, and we also had a road trip in Estonia, and well, quite a lot things to do in a many ways, and we needed a little pause for that. But thank you for staying with us, and please do subscribe our channel if you already haven't, and it would be really great if you tell about this channel and share these videos with your friends and families. And also, please do tell us if you liked this. Write your comment. We really do appreciate them, and we read them, and give us a mark if you liked it. like you see, it's important to check. There is eeny weeny tiny peeny places which aren't covered with the paint. Let's go. Let's put them in their places. Small fixes is needed to be around this, but it doesn't matter now, but need to do before the winter and the season when we are warming this is starting.
Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye!